Great show.
This could be a great shot.
136. Justin, you require
Missed the
74.
ball twice now on the 161. Double 18. His fave.
Game,
And hits
shot,
it.
And the match, Justin
Finishes
Hood.
off with a 15 dart hold. So after an indifferent opening leg that was a 26 darter from Jacob Taylor, Justin Hood's won in 14, 15 with a 108 out, a 14, and gets over the line with a 15 to end with an average of 94.6. When we come back, Owen Bates taking on Steve West.
You require 60.
He's thrown a flatty.
He's thrown a flatty. I like your style, young man.
Game, shot, and the match,
Innovation.
Owen Bates.
And he excels. And he defeats Steve West. Owen Bates with a brilliant 60 checkout. We'll talk about that more in the next match. But he was more than a match for Steve West, who is now back to second in the table after that defeat. Owen Bates now just 2 points off the pace along with Matt Clark, all to play for in Group C. It's not just the 12 players that are here this week. I think we've used 139 players in this series.
Just in this series?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there was only 5 that played twice, wasn't there? So
Yes.
112 in the Masters against Anderson.
Yeah.
This time he gets the treble. And now he wants tops.
84.
Yeah, and Anderson had 111, didn't he?
Yeah, but the second highest. So that stood it. It was only this year.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Match you require
Yeah, I remember
20.
doing the commentary on the match and making a note of that it was his.
But yeah, World Championship final 107.67 on your debut. Wow. Clark, though, could force a decider here. He's not going to, and Klassen's going to get the chance to carry on this run of unlikely
Yellow
outcomes in the first
20.
3 matches. Double 5.
Game,
In
shot,
it goes.
and the
Well,
match,
well,
Ian
well.
Klassen.
It's all getting very, very interesting here at the Super Series. 4-2 to Justin Hood against table-topping Taylor. 4-2 to Owen Bates against table-topping West. And then the man who could have gone top of the table with a 4-2 victory himself over Jelle Klassen lost this one 4-2. And everybody is still harbouring hopes of reaching finals night from this group. Do join us. This is going to be fun. And that's made it more difficult. Having to shuffle across the hockey. Still, he collided with the dart.
Oh,
He's
wow.
found a way. What a
Steve
finish that
West.
is in the end for Steve West, who opens up a 3-leg lead.
Yeah, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Two chasing are
121.
only 2 points behind him with the game in hand. So one of those is going to win that game, and he will find himself out of the top 2 at the end of that match.
Game, shot of the 4th leg, Jacob Taylor.
Does avoid the whitewash.
Oh, this is superb.
139. Jacob require 167.
Maybe could have gone the ball there, Murph.
Was just thinking the same. I wouldn't even call it board management. I would call that match management.
97.
Especially in this
Jacob
scenario,
requires 60.
to ensure
Guarantee.
2 match
Yeah.
starts rather than potentially now only 1, which is all he's going to get at tops. And it's
Game,
all he
shot,
needs.
And the match, Steve
West steadies the ship, produces a 15 dart holder throw at the death after leading 3-0, lost complete control of the match and then settled it with a hold of throw. Super game of darts, and it is Steve West who goes north to the top of the table. When we come back, Justin Hood against Jelle Klassen against Borland.
104.
We make that, 7 out of 8 that have played here at the Super Series in the quarterfinals. Good for
Game,
darts.
shot of the first leg,
And it's a good
Justin
start
Hood.
in this darts match for Justin Hood. We think it is, well, not winner takes all, but loser loses
Second leg,
all,
yellow to
basically.
throw first.
Champion being disappointed, but we had this conversation about Adrian Lewis on a completely different scale. But
109.
he probably would have
Justin require
expected, on
120.
the back of being world champion, to have done so much more.
Yeah, but he might be getting a bit more here because what a time to strike that 180.
Yellow require 24.
He hung on throughout the match, but double 6 would see him win the match.
Game, shot,
And that
and the
means
match,
that Jelle
Jelle
Klassen
Klassen.
is still very much in this race. A race that at the end of yesterday he looked out of. But he wins 4-3 against the other man at the foot of the table. Happy feet Justin Hood, who may now be resigned to his fate. Jelle Klaassen, though, is looking up in contention. Owen Bates against Matt Clark, up after the break. Needed the old Owen Bates flatty there, didn't he?
Game shot of the third
Not in
leg,
the end.
Matt Clark.
He left himself
Owen
1 point better off than Bates.
121.
He's made a few mistakes in this match. And Bates has been there to pounce each and every time. Treble 17 and the ball. And it's in the
Shot
ball.
And the match.
And Owen Bates gets a brilliant win against Matt Clark and emerges as the main contender to breach the top two. He's gone level on points with second place Jacob Taylor. Matt Clark still in with a shout in fourth position, 2 off the pace of the man who's just beaten him and Taylor. But Owen Bates has done a job, and we will be back with more action very, very soon.
Steve Roy 68. Game shot of the fourth leg, Steve West.
Well, there we go. Ends that little run. Gets a leg on the board, but Klaassen has the darts to complete.
Fifth
the
leg, yellow
4-1
to
thumping.
throw first. 96. Yellow require 32.
This for the match then.
Game
And he
shot
does
and a
complete an
match, Jelle
absolute
Klaassen.
thrashing of the table topper Steve West. And this group is getting closer and closer and closer, and maybe too close for comfort for West, who, had he won that match, would have been marching potentially towards finals night. Instead, defeat, the margin of it 4-1. Jelle Klaassen has had a perfect start to the day. He's on 8 points along with Bates and Taylor, and Matt Clark could join them as well. He has to play Justin Hood in a couple of games' time, but the two I just mentioned, in second and third place, Taylor and Bates, are in action after the break. Maybe that is
58.
a sign of
JB
tension.
Roy,
Two
59.
miss big numbers at a big moment.
Wirebender.
19.
Don't think the way his darts go in, that was any help
Owen
at all.
Uruguay 32.
Ain't that the truth? Actually made the target smaller, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to go left or right.
Well, where can he go here?
Game
That's where he
shot of
can
the fifth
go. He
leg,
can go in
Owen
front
Bates.
and 1 away from another win.
Owen Uruguay 78.
Can he do it? He gets another dart. He's had 8 already. Is that out of the way? It is. Look, it's a perfect flat dart again.
58.
But this time, he can't make the necessary
JB
adjustment.
Roy,
And it is
48.
9 missed to win this all-important encounter.
16.
Or will it be his 10th match dart
Owen
incoming?
Uruguay 20.
Eventually, we'll get him over the line, Murph.
Yeah, after Taylor's missed 2 himself. Do not want to be on double 5. Can't go inside. Has to hit.
10.
Hasn't hit. It's a dirty dozen. For Owen
JB
Bates.
Uruguay 32.
Oh, how fortunate has Jacob Taylor been here. If this goes in, double 8.
Game
Well,
shot.
it was a
and
dozen of
match,
his own.
Jacob Taylor.
At doubles. Fortunately for him, it was lucky number 13. 4 from 13 for Jacob Taylor on the doubles. 3 from 18 for Owen Bates. And that will smart. When we come back, it is Matt Clark back in action against Justin Hood.
Justin Uruguay 106.
Looking to hoist Hood by his own petard if he comes back. This has got to be a 10, hasn't it? Because he loves it
Game shot of
there.
the fourth leg, Justin Hood.
So to seal a win that would keep him in contention. Double 5.
Game
And
shot
there it is,
and
Matt
the match,
Clark.
Matt Clark.
Puts himself onto 8 points and just 2 off the pace with 2 to play. And listen to this. I'm going to run you through the top 5 positions here. Taylor and West on 10 points. Bates, Clark and Klaassen all on 8. And all of them have 4 points to play for. The run-in is going to be thrilling. Matt Clark has made his move, and he's also made his statement with that performance. A 96.72 average, a 4-2 success over Justin Hood, the only man out of contention now here in Group C. This is going to be a grandstand finish, and Superman is still in the race. Double 18, double 18. Jelle Klaassen, I've seen a lot of him doing that today, and he got a good, clear view of Jacob Taylor taking that out. He appreciates it as well, a little tap of the thigh. But he's looking really, really closely at his opponent's darts.
Jacob Tooth.
Or Klaassen missing more darts at double.
Game shot of the sixth
But he's
leg.
done well,
Jelle
and we
Klaassen.
do have a really, really important leg now.
Huge. Absolutely huge for both.
99.
Give
Jacob
yourself
Irobar,
3
32.
to get it done, and a foot in the final.
Game
And he
shot,
does
and the
exactly
match,
that.
Jacob
Taylor takes a step forward. Klaassen defeated for the first time today. A second successive 4-3 victory for Jacob, having lost his first 2 matches. But now he finds himself back in the box seat. Moves on to 12 points. The first player to get there leaves Jelle Klaassen languishing on 8 and now needing favours and a big win in his last match to have any chance of qualifying himself. It has been a really good day's darts for Klaassen, but it's Taylor who gets over the line in the match and closer to the line in the group. Coming next, Steve West is looking to do exactly the same when he takes on Matt Clark.
Jack, and then treble check.
And it looks like we're going to get the decider. 140 here would leave tops.
Just can't shake him off.
140.
Yeah. Really good leg of darts. When it looked like it was all done and dusted, he's on tops after 12. Might even go for a 16 here.
48.
You wish he had. Although,
Match requires
should be
40.
immaterial.
Taking his time. Double 10. But what won't be
Game shot of the sixth
immaterial
leg,
is
Matt
this
Clark.
next leg. It is once again enormous. Just like the last leg in the last match when Jacob Taylor played against Jelle
Seventh
Klaassen.
and final
This
leg,
one
Steve, to
is
throw
do or
first.
die. Steve West
Steve
determined not
require
to do that.
40.
He's already missed a couple of darts to win this match. But he
Game
misses no
shot,
more.
And the match,
And that
Steve
means
West.
that Matt Clark will not be at finals night for the first time in 4 attempts at the Super Series. He's made it 3 times out of 3 before this Champions Week. And what a gripping Champions Week it has been. But we will say goodbye to Clark, who'll play his last match in a couple of games' time. Jelle Klaassen also now out of contention as Steve West tightens his hold on one of those top 2 spots along with Jacob Taylor. The only man now that can change that is Owen Bates. He's going to need a perfect end to the day and one of Taylor or West to slip up, and he can only win a spot on leg difference. But he is coming next. The first part of that equation is around the corner. He takes on Justin Hood. If he loses that game, it is all sorted. Join us after the break.
1 for Bates,
128.
128 to back that up with another 12. Yes. Yes, double 10.
108.
You can probably hear the Owen
Justin
groan
Uruguay,
there.
38.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when
Game shot of the second
when you
leg,
flash at the
Justin
double,
Hood.
instead of making sure, but Justin made sure of the double 19.
Third leg Owen
a
to
13
throw
darter.
first.
Justin Hood.
109.
And then the next lowest was Jelle, then Owen,
Game shot of the sixth leg,
then
Justin
Westy,
Hood.
and then Matt Clark had the highest average of all the 6 players in their final
Seventh and
matches.
final leg Owen.
Nope.
Is this or something else? Double 16 to keep the dream alive. And
Game
Bates
shot. And the
bags
match,
it.
Owen Bates.
and just about clings on. Justin Hood, well, he has had a poor Group C overall after a good start to Group A. But Bates has stayed in the race, 2 off the pace of Jacob Taylor and Steve West. And it means that we will go down to our final 3 fixtures to determine which 2 of those 3 will go through. Would be agony as well for Jacob Taylor, because if Owen Bates wins in the next match, he could end up going ahead of him, but of course he'd still be ahead of Steve West until the last match. He'd have to wait 2 full matches for his destiny if he does lose this. He's tried to rattle Clark's cage with a maximum.
Oh, he was 5 into a 9.
Jacob, you require.
And he may lose the leg.
And the match.
Game.
And it's Jacob Taylor that takes it and takes a spot at finals night. From Canada to Champions Night. And the truth is that Taylor will be there, the second man to make it. He beats Matt Clark 4-2, and in doing so, secures his spot as the winner of Group C and joins Luke Littler at finals night on Saturday. Now is between 2 to see who joins him. Owen Bates and Steve West both will play in the next couple of games. Bates must win to have any chance when he faces Jelle Klassen after the break.
Maybe a bit of a lifeline.
When you require 160.
Let's change the look of the leg.
$128.
Smart darts from Owen Bates to leave double 16.
120. $80.
That would have been a sickener. Yeah, no wonder he's
Just
taking a moment.
32.
Well, this is the moment, isn't it? This is the moment that Bates has needed. He's got a chance to break. He has broken, and now Owen Bates will throw for a win that would see him remain in contention and pile the pressure on Steve West. The 128 in the end leaves 36. And he's 36. That would keep his hopes alive, and then he'd have to watch and wait as West went up against Hood. And there it is. Well, here we go. We are going to have the thrilling finale, because that puts Owen Bates in second place. Just on the last lap, he's made his move. Jacob Taylor through in this group. Owen Bates now in second place, but Steve West can take it back if he beats Justin Hood. That's coming right up, the last match of the day.
Steve, you require 78.
Well, that's a bit of a disastrous start. He now needs a treble.
Oh, recovery, double 10.
In it goes, and that is the clutch finish that Steve West maybe needed. It's a break of throw that he needed, and it might be the break that breaks the heart of Owen Bates.
170.
Happy feet, looking for the big fish.
Yeah, with appearance money, mate, it was over $1 million yen.
140.
There you go.
There you go.
Steve, you require 48.
Well, that was heart-in-mouth time for Steve West, wasn't it? I don't think he was going for a 16 there.
I don't think he was either. I think it was a very, very safe dart.
Treble 20. Bullseye. Oh, wow.
On the 6 leg, Justin Hood.
Is an absolute gut-wrencher for Steve West. And an absolute belter from Justin Hood.
7th.